People's brains, hearts, minds, and souls are constructed to perform under certain conditions and dynamics, and when these are present, they produce and thrive. They think, behave, and perform to their capacities. But when these conditions are violated or not provided, people cannot and do not bring visions and plans to fruition, and they all depend on the leader's style and behavior. There are several aspects of a leader's behavior that make everything work, and one of those is his or her boundaries. A boundary is a structure that determines what will exist and what will not. In the 1990s, I co-authored a book called Boundaries, which laid out the principles of boundaries for people's personal lives, and millions of people have found the boundaries principles to be transformative in their personal lives. As I was working with CEOs and management teams, I began introducing those principles into how they led their people as well. The results were always profound for their business results, as no matter what role they played, whether a CEO, a VP, or a team or department leader, the leader sets the boundaries that will determine whether the vision and the people thrive or fail. The leaders determine what will exist and what will not. Which brings us to the topic of this book, Boundaries for Leaders. While the concept of boundaries has been a familiar term in people's personal functioning, there's not much written on it in the field of leadership. That is what this book is about. You will learn how 7 leadership boundaries make everything else work and how they set the stage, tone, and climate for people's brains to perform. Literally. You will learn how to set boundaries that help people's brains work better, build the emotional climate that fuels performance, facilitate connections that boost people's functioning, facilitate thinking patterns that drive results, focus on what behaviors shape results, build high-performance teams that achieve desired results, and help you lead yourself in a manner that drives and protects the vision. And you will be reminded that, as a leader, you always get what you create and what you allow. So join me as we look at how to take charge and implement the powerful concepts great leaders use to create organizations, teams, and cultures that thrive and get incredible results. Chapter 1. The people are the plan. My client, CEO of a $20 billion company, looked at me with one of those expressions that smart people get sometimes when something extra smart goes off in their heads, the kind of thought that captures even their own attention. Head tilted and eyes squinted, he said something profound. You know what's weird? What? I asked. Everybody out there is always trying to figure out the right plan. They meet, they argue, they worry, and they put all of their energy into trying to come up with the, quote, right plan. But the truth is, there's 5 right plans. There are a lot of ways to get there. The real problem, he said, is getting the people to do what it takes to make the plan work. That's where you win or lose. It's always about the people. You know, he was right. Ultimately, leadership is about turning a vision into reality. It's about producing real results in the real world. And that's only done through people doing what it takes to make it happen. So as a leader, how do you get that to happen? What are the things that you have to do to ensure they will do what will make it all work? With a team, a direct report, or an entire organization? That is the focus of this book. This book is about what leaders need to do in order for people to accomplish a vision. When the people side of things doesn't work. This particular CEO had come to me for help with his team. They had become disconnected from one another, and their divide had begun to manifest itself in the rest of the organization.